Hi everyone, I'm Dr. Feliz. I'm a doctor of physical therapy and also a teacher. And today we're going to be going over 5 exercises for low back pain. So here are a couple of tools that I'll want you to use, and I'll post the link below so that you can order them. This is a Coregeous ball. You can get these at yogatuneup.com, and the reason why I have you order this specific ball is because there are going to be other exercises that we do where you'll actually use this, and it's a phenomenal tool to have. You also need a mini band and then also an ACE bandage, okay? There are different types of bandages out there, so I want to make sure that you order this particular brand, which has a better way for the body to, for the band to contort to the body. So these are really simple exercises. And again, if you have something going on, please make sure you reach out to a medical professional so you can get the advice that you need specific to your case. Okay, so the first exercise we're going to do is going to be a ball squeeze. You'll be lying on your back and you'll want this ball in between your legs. So we're going to do this breathing exercise for the next about 2 to 3 minutes. And part of what you want to do is really notice your breath and then also try to calm your body as you're doing this particular exercise. So you'll lie on your back, put the ball in between your legs, and you'll take a deep breath and inhale. And then on the exhale, press your hands down towards your abdomen, tuck your pelvis, and squeeze the ball. Inhale, relax. Exhale, press the pelvis down, tuck the pelvis, and then squeeze the ball. So if you can see what I'm doing, I'm starting in this position, and then I actually want to pretend like I'm going to bridge, except you're not going to lift your hips. You're simply going to go ahead and tuck the pelvis so that your low back makes contact with the ground. So again, inhale, exhale, tuck, and squeeze your ball. And as you do this, you want to look for a decrease in your heart rate, an overall decreased tone in your body. Hi, Kai.
Hi.
Oh, we have a fan.
We have a guest.
Welcome.
Sophia's not done.
Okay. Invite your little ones to do this with you, or to just watch. It makes for a good show. So again, as you take a deep breath, on the exhale, press the ribs down, engage your glutes, and squeeze the ball in between your legs. And blow out as if you're blowing out a candle or through a straw. Inhale. Good. And you'll do this for about 3 to 5 minutes. Or you can do it for a count of 10 repetitions when you actually squeeze the ball and tuck the pelvis. The next exercise you're going to do is lying marching. Okay? So when you do this movement, I'll show you in standing. You're going to pretend that you have a ground underneath your feet. And you actually want to produce force and press your legs straight down into the ground while you maintain your body in an extended position. Now you're going to be flat, so you don't have to worry about kind of where you're going to be in space because the ground is doing that for you. But the movement is this. You're pushing your arms straight back into the ground, and you're pushing your leg straight down into the ground and extending your hip, okay? So imagine me lying down, which I'm going to show you in just a minute. My arms are doing this, but the ground is stopping me from doing that. So I'm engaging the entire posterior facial line. And it looks like this. And then to this march, we'll add contralateral movement, meaning opposite arm, opposite leg. You'll do this and this. So this is what it's going to look like in this position. And now if this hurts and this is uncomfortable, you can do the same movement with your knees bent. Arms are gonna push straight down. You're gonna press into the ground. And now while this leg is up, you're gonna push this leg straight down. And then you'll do the same thing on the other side. So you can do this with your knees bent, or you can do it with your legs straight. And then you'll add the arms. So same movement. The only difference here now is I'm moving my arms simultaneously with my legs. Okay, that's exercise number 2. The next movement you're gonna do is prone extensions. Now with this movement, I'll show you a variation of 2 movements that you can do. One is a little bit more preliminary, and then if the first one is pretty easy for you, then you can go ahead and move on to the next movement, the progression of it. So you'll first start with your hands underneath your shoulders, and then you're simply gonna push your arms. Hi, Wonton. Hey, sweetie. So cute. You're gonna push. So let's say when you're doing this, it's uncomfortable and you can only lift to here. This is as high as you'll go. If you're able to have a little bit more range, you can bring it up and then bring it down. We'll call these prone press-ups. Okay, that's movement number 3. So this next movement is going to be sit to stand. So typically when we're experiencing any kind of discomfort, we tend to move a little bit more gingerly, or we don't move in a way that's smooth or as efficient. So part of what you want to do is be aware of how you're getting up out of the chair, how you're walking, how you're holding yourself up. And if you're able to do this when you get up from a chair, I want you to try it. So what we'll do is keep your back nice and flat, and you're going to bring your nose over your toes. So you're going to basically create a hinge and then come back to the center. So when you do that, right in this position, you're going to place your hands underneath, actually not underneath, but just right next to you on the chair that you're pushing off, or if you have hand rests, you can use those hand rests as well. You lean forward and then push your legs and your arms at the same time towards the ground. So you're here, you're going to lean forward and push, and you'll stand up straight. And then to get back down, push your pelvis back in the same manner that you got up, hinge, and then use your arms to control the descent, because sometimes that can be a little bit of a challenge. So you'll try that again. Nose over toes, push your legs, and push your arms into straight down. And then back down. We'll do 3 more together. Hinge, and then push, stand. And then again, 2 more. Push. When you come back, I like to tell people to reach your arms back until you can actually feel the chair. And then if this feels pretty easy, you can keep your arms across your chest. Again, bring your nose over your toes and push. And then come back down. And again, nose over toes and push. Last one. And that one is sit to stand. The last movement you're going to do. And for this particular movement, you can use this band around your ankles and this one across the chest. So what you'll do And to start, I actually want you to do it without the band so you can actually feel what this feels like before you put any kind of input on your body. And you'll keep your arms pushing back. Again, you want to pretend that there's almost a wall behind you. And so you'll face the palms forward, push the arms back, and then you're going to walk a straight line. If you're able to keep your feet together and one foot in front of the other, this is going to challenge your body and create a little bit of a teeter-totter, right? But your ability to withstand that increases receptor sensitivity, receptors being on our feet, throughout our body, which help promote improved balance and just a better awareness of where your body is in space. We call that proprioception. So keep your head back, keep your arms back, and then you're gonna walk heel to toe. And the moment your foot hits the ground, I want you to push, produce force to create tension through your whole body. And you're creating extension at the knee, at the hip, through the head, and in the spinal column as you push your arms back when you take a step. So it'll look like this. You're here, keep your feet together, and you'll walk heel to toe, pushing your feet into the ground, just like so. And then you'll do the same thing going back. So as you do this, take your time, make sure I don't fall back into the pool. You hear my girls in the back? They're playing on the swing, making the best of our time. Okay. And now you can add the bands for a bit more input. And so what I did here was create a figure 8 and then another figure 8, just like so. And you can place a band like this around the ankles. And then you walk. And back. And push. I just want to show you what it looks like on the side. And when you're here, just a couple things really important to note, that you don't want to have this sticking the butt out situation, okay? This puts a lot of pressure on your low back. So think about pressing the ribs down and then making sure that you're not tilting the pelvis this way or arching your back. So you don't want to be like that. You want to be in this position here when you walk, okay? So you're here. Okay. And those are your 5 exercises, 5 movements that you can do to help relieve low back pain. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to us. You can shoot us an email. You can find us on Facebook or Instagram at themovementtherapyinstitute.com. Hope this helps. Let us know if you have any questions. Feel free to leave a comment. Did you learn anything new? Was this helpful? Feel free to tag anybody that you feel would benefit from this educational